Hello, space engineers. Welcome back to another episode of ProtoTech Quest. Yay! Yeah. So, ProtoTech Quest is where we go and get the ProtoTech and build a giant ship and wait for the Cheeseman to, I don't know, awake. And last episode, I ground out this wall that used to be here, because this episode, we're going to redo this docking bay where all these ships are. We might move the hydrogen engine recharge, because it's kind of inconvenient. Probably going to move this. Probably going to move that. So all these docking bays are going to be adjusted a little bit. And, we have a secret mission. That's right. A secret mission. Which we are going to accomplish this episode. Yay! But you don't get to know until we do it. So, that's fun. It'd be nice if we had some more light in here so you guys could see what the heck we are doing. So the first thing I'm going to do is put a bunch of lights in. Imagine that. So I'm going to go around, put lights in, and when I'm done with all that, I'll come back. Okay, so we have lights in here now. We can see. One of the things we need to do is condense the docking bays, so we have more room to dock things overall. And I don't know, is it worth trying to draw this across this space? This is not a good place for this. I mean, maybe it's a good place for this, but no, it's not a good place for this. So, I think the first thing that I'm going to do is probably move these forward 2 blocks. Yeah, I'm going to move these forward 2 blocks. And that's going to get them out of the way here, so we can move things around back behind them. So first things first. Move this guy. Alrighty. I have moved the docks for those 2, and I want to move their action relay for opening doors over here. So for that job, we need to get Tiny Tim out. Come on, Tim. Stuff for you to do. Okay. Awesome. Control grind? Yep. Okay, now we need weld plates. This is the advanced welding mod. I haven't been using it before in this playthrough, but I got tired of using the merge blocks. I felt like I've done enough merge blocking. So I'm going to use weld pads. Just kind of like merge blocks that disappear after you merge. That's really what it is. They get consumed by the merge. There is no decent view for me to do this, so just persevere. Woohoo! Alright, Tim. Good job. Now, what are we going to do about this stuff? Right, we've got this giant pillar that we'd really rather not have here. I'd like to stuff some more ships in here somehow. If I move those hydrogen engines, I'll have enough room to stick a ship in there for sure. I could just tear these out and not think about what we're doing to replace them and then just see what we end up with later. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now, I think, is tear out both of these columns and fuss with the conveying in the floor. I don't like that some of these are open side up and some are open side down. I want them all to be open side up. I want them to be exposed on the inside here where we can see them. So I'm just going to plop Tiny Tim here for the minute. I have a feeling we're going to need him again. And I'm going to get working on moving some of this stuff. One of the things I'm doing here is removing this
Inventory full.
Removing this dock for the go get everything. It's docked over there. I think we're going to leave it docked over there, and we might as well just clean this up while we're here.
Inventory full.
So that is what I'm doing, removing this. I think we need a little bit of a clean slate, so that's why I'm getting all the conveying fixed the way I like it.
Inventory full.
And there's just some, like, you know, inconsistencies in inefficiencies in the way this is set up at the moment. Uh-oh. Okay, I should have checked what was in there, I guess, because there's stuff in there. How much stuff? Enough. Enough that I have to transfer a couple times. Okay. You find me contemplating a move. Contemplating the move of the rock shark 1 or 2 blocks out so that I can walk in here, or potentially at least walk down through here and then over to there. So I like to be able to walk through here, and I can't really walk through here, and I can't cut this out because this is the back of the grinder pit, and I'd like to leave that alone. Or the scrap collector, and I like to leave that alone. So I'm going to grind this off.
Inventory full.
And that made me nervous. What just happened? Huh. Oh God. Okay. Alright. So I'm a genius, and
Inventory full.
you need to stop that. You are full of crap that you're not supposed to be full of. Oh my gosh. Well,
Inventory full.
why? I don't need this.
Inventory
Oh
full.
God. Okay, well, I'll be back when I'm done doing this silliness.
Inventory
I should have
full.
pulled the wall out. What am I even doing? Oh my gosh. I should have pulled the whole wall out with the rock shark. This was such a major mistake. Apparently the rock shark's full of crap, by the way. A lot of crap. So if I cut that out, and I cut this out, and I put a connector here, now let's drive the rock shark forwards a little bit. I got no idea if that's far enough or what we're doing. I have no clue. Effectively, that is far enough. So if we do that, we could walk behind it, perhaps. Because this is the entrance, because there's no reason to walk in back there. And that's pretty good, right? You get in here and just hop right in. Yeah. Okay. So, I guess we'll just put it here. Let's put a weld pad on it. All right. Success. So that got moved, which is awesome. So we can get this kind of sorted out here. I'm just going to rebuild this wall. And then we'll see about the next thing. Maybe this should be the back of the maybe this should be the back of the bay right here. Certainly easy to do that. It may be that we should park a ship back here. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what the total layout is going to be like for this space, and I don't... For me, the best way to do that is to sort of clean it up and then sort of determine its boundaries a little bit better and then work from there. I mean, like, I could be using this space, right? I could be storing a ship in there. That would be cool. So I think part of what I need to do is remove all these engines. I think I need to remove all these, and because that's a bigger job, I'm going to bring the Wreck and Rekka, which is what it is with these grinders on it. I'm going to bring it over there and use it to grind that stuff down. So, hold on. Well, there wasn't enough room
Inventory full.
for all that stuff, so having to pick it up by hand. So we just took out the hydrogen engines that were behind the core cannon. I'm going to fix its conveyors here so that they match and we can all feel happy about life. So if they didn't match, we wouldn't be happy. Or at least I wouldn't. Right? Okay, so this is a pretty decent sized space. This we can't use, so I have to do something about this. I think it would be really cool to have like a little access area for these gyros, or not gyros, but for these gravity generators. So I think it's kind of fun to do that with these corridors. We're going to use the round corridor blocks to make accesses for these. Yeah, so you come in here and you can access these gravity generators. It's too bad you can't actually access that one. I think I'm going to do the same thing here. I think that'll be fun. So there's going to be a lot of refitting the ship this episode before we get to the secret at the end. Secret plans. Mysterious mysteries. So what if we could get to all of the... What if we could get to all of these with a little ladder system that goes around? Wouldn't that be fun? Let's do that. I'm having a good time with this shipbuilding. All right. I know this is not perhaps the most exciting thing I could be doing, which is building my the back of my friggin' hangar, but that's what we're doing. Because that's just where we are with the build. Okay, I have finished welding my little maze of passageways around the gravity generators here at the back of the hangar. Still a challenging word for me, for some reason nobody understands. Let's see how this goes here. Oh, I missed one. I missed a block. Oh, I missed another block. So that, I don't like that it does that. Right? That's like challenging to like walk through here. So I guess this is not a good block here. So we have access to these two gyros. That gyro, or not gyros. We have access to these gravity generators. We don't need two lights here. So, we're going to check out our gravity generators for the collector. That one. We can get at these two. Yeah, that's good. Get at that one. Yeah, any way we like. We can get down here and take care of this one. We can get in here and fuss with these. So double access. And we can get around here and fuss with this one if we need to. So we now have access to our gravity generators. Of course, the space is not anything related to airtight at all, but we're going to work on that. So theoretically, this is airtight. Huh. Yeah, I guess so. Nice. All right. That's good news. Okay, this is awesome. So we have this giant space back here that we still haven't welded. Okay. So we have this giant space back here to move our other ships into. This is something we use a lot, and this is a bad place for it because it tends to get hit by that thing, and it's just kind of generally, it's in the way a bit. So it'd be great if we moved this. But it's got some problems. So the projector. On itself, no, doesn't have a projector, so I'll have to put a projector on it. Okay, let's do that. So we're going to move this thing and we're going to fix it. These things are going to stay here for now. I seem to be able to navigate all that okay. So, where are you going to go? So much room. Man. Well. I guess for the moment, we're going to park that thing back here. Okay, that's all welded up. Let's put you in your new dock, buddy. Come here. Okay, I got the rancid chicken redocked. Let's get a projector on this thing. Okay, looks good. Let's turn our connector off. I should be able to grab this thing with the Tiny Tim and take it over to our repair. Repair welder, woohoo! Come on, Tim. Tim didn't have his inertial dampeners on. It was almost very bad. Ooh, it's on! It's on! Woohoo! Oh yeah. Fixing up the go-look-see. Alright, we've gotten most everything. A little bit more to do here. But that's pretty much it. But yeah, this thing doesn't have any go juice. Go look-see doesn't have any hydrogen, because its hydrogen tank got blown up. So we're going to redock it so that we can refuel it. And then when we're done with that, we'll go dock it in a new place so it's not getting blown up all the time. Where should we park? Let me go look-see. I had been thinking about parking it here. It could potentially, like, park right here. Maybe this is a great spot for it. It needs what? What does it need behind it? It needs 2 blocks behind it. Okay. Alright, let's park you over here for the moment. I'm excited. Been wanting to sort of have this all not suck for a while. So this is great that we're getting this fixed up. Feel kind of sad removing this dock over here. This is like one of the things the Cheeseman did. Okay, let's get this girl parked. Well, that's what I get for zooming around, breaking my ships again. All right, let's go park this thing and not screw it up this time. All right, this needs to be reworked. This is not doing it for me. I would prefer if this wasn't here like this. And I think I'm okay with all of this. And I'd like to put Tiny Tim here or here. Maybe we'll put Tiny Tim right here. I think this will give me a variety of access to Tiny Tim. Hopefully I will not break Tiny Tim trying to park him. Well, let's see. Maybe that's not the best place for a... Yeah, maybe that's not the best place for that. I guess it works pretty good. Yep, I'm pretty pleased with that. We're going with that. I'd like to actually leave more room over here, but I don't know that that's a thing. Kind of it's a thing. If I take this out, it's a thing. Okay. Now I like this light, but I don't like this block. I think what I'm going to do is flatten the roof here and attach that to the new flat part. I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's not really attached. Okay. So while I'm fixing things in the hangar, I'm going to fix that because that irritates me. Yeah. All right, Tim, your first new job. Okay, you need to adjust. Well, that was a lot less painful than I thought it might be. Okay, I'm glad we got that taken care of. Time to put Tim back. Thanks, Tim. Good job, bud. All right. I got a lot of holes around here. Make this hangar not functional. So I'm gonna fill in the holes. You can hear the grinder pit still running around back in here. Yeah. So it'd be nice to fill all these holes in. We're gonna have to figure out what we're doing with this. So this is an airlock, which is nice. And then we need to get down here with some stairs somehow. Are we gonna try and bring that down in here? Ugh. I don't really like my options for doing that. So I decided to bring the stairs off to the side here. It pulls you down in the middle, which is kind of nice. It allows me to not impede any of the possible places to walk and park ships. I may park a ship or two here in the future. I don't really know. This is still not done, obviously. Yeah, so I'm having a hard time, like, knowing if I'm doing any kind of content which is worth watching. It may not be worth watching this time. I don't know. I am doing a bunch of tasks that I need to get done with this ship to move the whole entire playthrough forward. There's quite a few things that I need to do as part of that. So I want to get more ProtoTech. That's very much on my mind. But I'd also like to have a ship that I can use for that. And it just takes time. Lots of little things to do. The Ukamachi is a really big ship. And so it's just, there's a lot of stuff sometimes to do. Like, I'm at a point where we really are in need of some refitting because we're getting close to knowing some of the things that we need to know about how to finish the ship, about what its shape will be like, and where all the components and things are going to be, where all of its working parts are. We've learned some stuff. We have more stuff to do, but we're making good progress. I like to put the stairs stairs up there because they emit, so they provide lighting, so that's kind of fun. This thing's all whopper-jawed. We can't have that. Grab all this. Alright, we've been doing a variety of jobs with Tiny Tim today, which is a lot of fun, really. I've been enjoying... There's a little, see that 84.6, whatever that is, that I think is my source of clang. I'm suspicious. Yeah, that thing, whatever that is. I'm actually curious, can we identify that? Like a little better. Where? That's not 101 meters away. A little tight in here. Where? Show me. I've got my grid in here. Identify the floating object. Where is it? It's there, 111 meters. That way? No, it's not 111 meters. It can't be. Nope, can't be. Where is it? Where? Yeah, 101 meters? No, it's not. Whatever it is, that's not... What is that? Right? It thinks it's right there. Yeah, what is that? Is that just supposed to be the Ukamachi? What the heck is that? Yeah, what is that? It's not 108 meters from me. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know how to deal with that. It's my suspicion, it's my current suspicion about my clang problems is whatever that is. What, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see any little bits of grids around here anywhere. Grid bits. Don't see any grid bits. So I don't know what that is or how to fix it. But my guess is it's part of my problem. Okay. Let's get Tim out of here. Well, I thought that was going to be freaking awesome. That's what I thought. Can we... Let me get this thing out of here with the rancid chicken. Okay, I can't. Wow, Tiny Tim's gonna have to rescue himself. I'll just weld him in place since he's only like a few blocks, right? Okay, well, that was embarrassing, but I seem to have rectified Tim. Come on, bud. Let's get you back to your berth. Okay, so most of the basic hangar refit is done, but there's still something to work on, honestly. Still something not done yet, and that is access to this thing. We need to have an airlock, and we need to be able to get in there and get at it. So, should the airlock be in here? So I got a couple ideas here. I need to get stairs up to this thing. I need to have an airlock to get in here and get in. And I don't want to... I want to make it easy to fly in here. I don't want to have stuff to run into for the most part, I guess. So, how do we do that? So my idea with these corridors, is that I'm gonna make a corridor that goes around here, over here, and maybe it'll go in there. I don't really know how that's gonna work out, but that'll be a way to get in there. A way to get in there. That's pretty bad that's where I'm at. Like, I just need a way. I just need a way for it to happen. Oh boy. Blah. Alright, so I decided to be nice to get down there from get down here from up there, or get into, just provide more access through the ship. So up here in the jump drive corridor, I made stairs that you can get down into to go in here to get into the ladder, which is going to take you into here. So all these are doors. So I think that'll be pretty neat. So I'm going to get on finishing that. And then we're gonna take you to the we're gonna show you what the surprise is at the end of the episode, because we're pretty much there, I think. Is this airtight? You know, I guess we could I guess we could do a test of that while we're here. We might as well. It's supposed to be airtight. I don't have all my doors on timers or sensors or any of that garbage yet, but let's close this. Oh, hello you. Let's close this. I probably need to duplicate these buttons on the inside to make that not terrible. Now, you're closed.
You're closed. You're closed. You're closed. Let's finish you. This is good, right? Closed. Okay.
Okay, those doors are all closed. What do we got going on over here? You're open. You're closed. You're closed. You would be pressurizing if...
Oh, there's a leak. Yeah, where's the leak? Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good one. Let's fix that one.
What are you gonna find now? Nothing? That's right. You're not gonna find anything because this whole space is airtight. Oh yeah. You're gonna be working hard for a long time, bud. 13%. So should we put a rack of vents in here somewhere to pressurize, depressurize? And I guess we could do something like that over there, right? We've discovered what we're going to do with this wall. We're going to make it air vents. Just have to wait for you to suck all the air in. Come on, bud, you can do it. Okay. So I am going to finish this up and come back when I've got at least a button over here. I mean, it shouldn't be something that happens very often, right? The pressurization, since I'm not going to be in here working very often. So maybe it should be something that's hard to do. Okay, guys. I set up the air vents and I set up some buttons for them. So we should be able to use those buttons to control the main doors here and the vents. And I'm happy to have this over here because these kinds of controls aren't things we're going to use very often. This is something you decide you want to do. It's not something that just automatically happens. I don't need this full of air very often. Mostly never. Oh, finally. Now that we've finished the main refit of the Ukamachi's hangar, we got some unfinished business. Got a surprise. And the surprise is that we're going back to the storage facility we were just in. Because we forgot something. So, let's go. I think I just did a blind jump. Because I think I just hit the wrong key. Holy moly! I just hit the wrong freaking key. And I didn't listen to anybody, and I need to put something, cancel the jump drive commands. So we do that by, what, turning them off? Toggle block off. Okay, so we're just burning through the uranium right now. It's a good thing we got lots of uranium because we're just wasting it at the moment, effectively. Yeah. just because that was a jump we didn't need to do. So we're recharging. We're using most of our total output, 1.3 gigawatts. Might as well check this out while we're here. Well, we still had 565,000 kilograms of cobalt ore. We now have 446,000 kilograms of refined cobalt ore. All right, we've been waiting. We are charged, and we are going to try and go where we're actually headed. Let's show that GPS, because we just jumped totally the wrong freaking way. Yeah, it's only 7,000 kilometers away. Let's go. Okay, we've turned off all the projectors. Let's try and jump again. Doesn't look good. Not jumping. Okay. Jump drive. ProtoTech jump drive. We're going to call you 1. We're going to call you 2. So you we're going to set to there. Select. Okay. So is that jump drive 1? Yep, it's jump drive 1. So we're going to hit ProtoTech jump drive 1. Yes. No, it's not going to jump me. Okay. Okay, we're now moving. Let's give it a go. Jump drive, ProtoTech jump drive 1. Yes. Okay. Maybe this is just a jump truncation issue. Let's do a blind jump. So we'll point ourselves at it and we'll just blind jump towards it. Doesn't do a very good job. The game doesn't do a very good job of telling you when your jump is being truncated. Apparently. So I'll just spend my 4 or 5 years to rotate Ukamachi, and I'll get back to you when we're done with that. Blind jump. He is gonna do that. Uh-oh. $20K away. Well, that's not the worst thing ever. It's a very important piece of equipment that we forgot. Wonder if anybody besides maybe Wellington knows what it is. Alright, let's get this antenna out of here. We need this antenna. I have plans for the future that require this antenna. Hopefully none of those things will get stuck on my mag plate. Had that happen before. Okay. Control grind. Control grind. Cannot detach another faction's blocks. Okay, that's fair. I can weld them, so that's interesting. Whatever. Oh, it's not a, it's a static grid. Okay, let's make it mobile. Why not? I don't understand. Why can't I? Why not? This one there. Just put this here. I can't place a control panel on it because it doesn't have a proper attachment point. Oh, it has an attachment point for that. Okay. Let's put you on here. Why not? Can I not convert things to ships that I don't own? Is it considered in the voxel still somehow?
Convert to ship? Well, I don't know. Let's dig out some more of this voxel. Just to make it a little easier on it. Encourage it to decide it's convertible. I don't know.
Haha, it was some voxel remnants that it was concerned about. Okay, now let's... we're gonna go near the Ukamachi, but we're not gonna go to the Ukamachi because I'm a little worried about shot. I mean, this block is non-functional, right? So. My hope is that as a non-functional block, it will not be attacked by my ship. Gonna get shot at? Not yet. Still got some more guns to get in range of. Doesn't look like we're getting shot. Okay. That is very good news. I'm just going to glue this to the ship using the advanced welding for the time being.
Inventory full.
I'm just going to put it in here. Okay. Mission accomplished. We have our prize. All right. Thank you for joining me for another episode of ProtoTech Quest, where we get antennas. Apparently we get antennas from Factorum facilities. That's what we do. So, if you're out here looking for ProtoTech and you see me out here, feel free to stop in, give me some jelly babies, and we'll compare towels. Maybe I have a better towel than you do. Who knows? kind of thing that all men do in their free time when they're alone. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I hope you can join me again for the next episode, where eventually we'll get some tech. I don't think it's next episode. I have some other plans. So, dun dun dun.